absorbing, entertaining. The Warrior from Wales is now on the verge, down, and that could be it. Wonderful performance. What about that? Fabulous for the fans. Stunning Crolla. Well, he was a little bit $1 million there, wasn't he? Rees proves experience, knowledge, and power wins the day.
The extensor mechanism, the tendon in this hand, and I've snapped the first metacarpal.
Welcome back to Fight Night. Now to our main event of the evening. It's a match where the winner could get a world title shot. The loser could be left in the boxing wilderness. Ed Robinson sets it up.
An intriguing clash at lightweight pits Gavin "The Rock" Rees against Anthony $1 Million Crolla in a classic domestic confrontation.
Don't get much bigger than this for me. It's the biggest fight in my career so far, and I believe I've trained the best I possibly can for it. It's just a matter of getting in there on the 29th and trying to execute the game plan against a very good fighter in Gavin Rees.
I expect an hostile crowd, all the Manchester fans. But I'm not too bothered. I'll go anywhere and fight anybody and prove that as the type of fighter I am.
In February, the former world champion from Newbridge bravely gave his all against American phenomenon Adrian Broner, before succumbing in 5 rounds.
And got him. The right uppercut. What a peach of a punch. He's waving a towel rocket. He wants this stopped, and it has been stopped. Well, Broner showed his class.
No, but I fully out my depth. I'm never going to win the fight, but I'm here, like I said, fighting another day, topping the bill up in and Bolton. I'm in great shape, and I got 2 weeks out, and I'm probably looking better than I've ever looked.
Manchester's Crolla is the local man, and 7 years his rival's junior. Although questions remain after 2 draining battles with Derry Matthews.
Before the first fight with Derry, there was talk of me and Gavin fighting next. Obviously that night went wrong for us, and it set me back a full year. I fought Derry last time out in March. I felt I'd done enough, but you know, it was given a draw, but it was another great fight for the fans. I believe it's made me a better fighter. I'm a lot stronger. I'm a better fighter through what's happened. Got my shot at Gavin, which is a big fight, and I plan on taking it.
9 stone 9 pounds is a red-hot division in Britain, with Kevin Mitchell returning to arms next Saturday, and Matthews set to face Tommy Coyle in Hull the week after. But the real motivation for the winner tonight is staking a claim to challenge Scottish world champion Ricky Burns. But neither are looking past the other in Bolton.
The ambition is there, it's still burning, bigger than ever. To beat Gavin Rees, I want to be the best Gavin Rees there is. We've both had great camps, so it's going to be the best of both of us, so it should make for a fantastic fight.
If I want to get back to the top of the team, you know, I got to expect to beat him and beat him convincingly. I don't want to be too big, too strong, and it's too good at the night for him.
Ricky, everybody wants to scrap with you at the moment.
No, do you know, the way I see it is obviously I can just get on me and fight whoever's put in front of me. I know that they've obviously been promised a shot at me, the winner, but I've got a fight obviously coming up that I need to get through first in order for that fight to happen. So I'm sure with the 2 of them knowing that that's a world title fight dangling over their head, it's going to be some fight.
Well, Rees fresh from a world title fight against Adrian Broner 4 months ago. Can he regroup and rebuild after that, do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it's affected him that much, to tell you the truth. He finished the fight on his feet even though he was put down. He knew he went in there with a top draw fighter. He held his own. I was out there. I saw him, how he handled himself at the press conference. I saw him handle himself before, during and after the fight. He was not intimidated whatsoever. He gave it his best, and he knows he did. So if you think this performance of getting beaten up by Broner has dented his confidence and his hunger, you're wrong. It hasn't. And I know it looks bad, but honestly it hasn't. The way he carried himself after the fight, he was very matter of fact about it.
Could it have done more harm than good? Johnny doesn't think so.
Do you know, I heard that after the Broner fight, instead of Gavin letting himself go, he was straight back into the gym. Obviously, if he got to work on things, he said that he was obviously changed things around. Instead of letting himself go, just keep the training going. And obviously he's done that now. And he's got a world title fight, obviously opportunity if he comes through this.
He's got this man, Anthony Crolla. Do you think Rees could take victory for granted here.
No, he's not that kind of guy. He's a fighting man. You've seen that. I've underestimated him on a domestic level for so many years, and nobody domestically has beaten him. And he's found a way to beat them. He's a short guy, but he uses his height. He uses the shortness. Ricky sparred with him. Ricky says that the sparring we have is like you pay money to watch it. So he always gives it his all. So against Crolla, I think Crolla, he's got a handful in front of him.
How does he approach this then, Crolla?
I think he's got to go out and stick to a game plan the way he did against Derry in the second fight. Try and keep the fight long, keep busy on the jab. But again, Gavin's going to come out the way he always does and try and get in his face and rough him up. It's going to be a fight I'm looking forward to see.
Quick prediction.
Oh no, Gavin late stoppage.
Gavin late stoppage.
Fair enough. We'll show them with Ricky Burns give me the prize for the winner. Let's find out who that winner will be. Our MC, John McDonald.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the waiting is well and truly over. This is the main event, the fight of the night. Please welcome to the ring, $1 Million Anthony Crolla. Undoubtedly seen on the domestic circuit as one of the nicest guys in British boxing. 26-year-old Anthony Crolla, with that terrific nickname of $1 Million, talented and skillful, but he certainly hasn't raked in the big money, and he finds himself at a boxing crossroads. Only 2 wins in the last 5, unsure of his real weight class. But he held the Lonsdale belt at 9 stone 9. Is he strong enough? Is he good enough? Is he crafty enough to take his biggest win yet, Glenn?
Well, this is his biggest step so far in his career. He's fell short on an occasion, but I think, you know, Derry Matthews, when he stopped, I thought he was getting overconfident. Everybody was talking about what he was going to do on the world scene. That brought him back to earth a little bit, and I think that's done him good. He's had to regroup. This is his most important fight. You know, he was certainly sounding confident enough in the weigh-in. And, you know, you just think he maybe wanted that bit more.
Joe Gallagher there, back in the ring, back in the corner. It's all gone sweetly so far, but he knows this is the toughest one. And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Rock, Gavin Rees. Well, another like the super middleweight duo we've just seen, whose journey stretches right back the former mining town of Newbridge, where Gavin Rees grew up boxing alongside Joe Calzaghe, the Price brothers, even Gary Lockett, his trainer these days, the Little Rock. And he's the last one standing, really. 33 now, 37 wins, and an excellent pro career. He was the world light welterweight champion. He couldn't become the world lightweight champion last time out, when he was dispatched by Adrian Broner. But on his best form, he should deal with Crolla.
Yeah, on his best form, but, you know, he's been a pro for 15 years now. He's been up, he's been world champion, he's challenged for a title again. Just coming off a loss to the excellent Adrian Broner. What's left in the tank?
He looks a lot better than he did yesterday on the scales, I'll say that already. He's 7 years older, Rees. Look at the height difference, only 5'4". 9'7", 15. He was light Rees. Crolla with the advantages in reach, and he looked great on the scales. Younger, fresher, less fights, less experience, the bigger puncher Rees. And don't underestimate Gavin Rees' boxing skills. Very useful jab for a little man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event, the fight of the night, brought to you by Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Sport and sponsored by Betfair and Settle for Less. We are live on Sky Sports HD. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Fight Night Live! All the officials have been appointed by the World Boxing Organization as we bring you the vacant WBO Intercontinental Lightweight Championship. Supervisor Robert Smith, our 3 scoring judges, Richie Davis of All Hallows, Steve Gray of Fleetwood, and Dave Paris of Leeds. Our timekeeper at the bell is Andrew East, and our referee in charge of the action from Preston, England, Phil Edwards. And now, it's time to meet the fighters. Introducing to you firstly, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the grey trunks, weighing in at 9 stone, 8 pounds 10 ounces with a 30-fight record, 25 wins, 9 inside the scheduled distance, just 40 feet and 1 draw. Coming to the ring as the former British lightweight champion and the fighting pride of Manchester, England, $1 million, Anthony Crolla. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the red and blue trunks, weighing in at 9 stone, 7 pounds 15 ounces, 40-fight record, 37 wins, 18 inside the scheduled distance, 2 losses and 1 draw. Coming to the ring as the former prize fighter champion and the former WBA light welterweight champion of the world. It's the Rock, Gavin Rees. So, sports fans and Sky Sports fans, here we go then. 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant WBO Intercontinental Lightweight Championship.
Gentlemen, you've had your instructions in the dressing room. You know what I expect of you. Keep your heads careful, watch your heads in close. Remember, defend yourselves at all times. Clutch gloves, good luck.
Crackling atmosphere, cracking clash in the exciting 9 stone 9 lightweight division. 62 wins between this quality pair. The marauding come forward Gavin Rees with the underrated skills, and the organised and spirited Anthony Crolla, whose advantages in youth and maybe freshness, and also with the home crowd too in the northwest. Rees still the betting favourite, but is he approaching the end of the line? You think Crolla, don't you, Glenn?
I do. You know, it is a close fight. They both got reasons to win. I'm just looking for Crolla, just that he might have that little bit more ambition. Rees been a pro for 15 years. He's seen it all. He's been world champion. He's on the tail end of a career, but still might have enough to beat Crolla. It's a very good fight.
Most go for Rees on paper by sort of mid-round stoppage, but he didn't look good on the scales yesterday. And 1 or 2 stories out of his training camp haven't been great, but on the flip side, he was back in the gym straight after that defeat to Adrian Broner. And I'm not sure it would have taken that much out of him, because it wasn't a sustained beating. Gary Lockett got him out of there at the right time.
No, I don't think physically it would have taken an awful lot out of him. I think mentally, you know, we spoke to Gary Lockett yesterday. He says he was in tears, Rees, you know, after that fight. You know, he just broke down in tears. They couldn't really believe what had happened to him. And, you know, stuff like that has a long-lasting effect.
Yeah, he was annoyed that people thought he'd taken that for money. He genuinely believed he would become a 2-weight world champion. And to be fair, Broner's only one of 2 fighters to have beaten him in 40 outings, stretching back to 1998. This is a good fighter, Gavin Rees. He's fast approaching 34, and he can't go on forever. Crolla needs to be patient. On the move, tucking up. They would have worked on this plan, won't they, for weeks, maybe months.
Yeah, they'll have not left a stone unturned. He's thrown a lot more punches, Rees, but he's hitting the arms and gloves an awful lot. Not much is getting through from either man in this opening round.
Yep, difficult one to score. Richie Davis just in front of us, Steve Gray and Dave Paris, the judges. Phil Edwards in the ring, who we last saw in Atlantic City for the Devon Alexander-Lee Purdy match. Crolla looking for the left hook. He's got big support here. Not a bad start from Crolla, but Rees might have won it.
Your stay?
Most refreshing.
That calls for a Carlsberg. For even more refreshment, try new Carlsberg Citrus, blended with natural limes.
Betfair, sponsors of boxing on Sky Sports.
Right, don't rush things. Corners, 10 seconds. Here's Gary Lockett. Told me off last night for calling him an intense trainer. He's very serious, though, isn't he? I mean, it's a compliment.
He does look a bit intense at times, doesn't he?
He fought like that as well, but I'll tell you what, he had a big punch, didn't he? A left hook.
Yeah, but I'll tell you where he is intense. He's intense about his training, about his work he does with his fighter. He's, you know, a real professional.
Absolutely. Becoming a good trainer down in the valleys. The blue and red of his charge, Gavin Rees. Looking for victory number 38, 18 by knockout so far. Anthony Crolla's lost 4 times, so he needs a win really to keep the momentum going in his career. Also the carrot dangling is a possible shot at Ricky Burns, world champion. Good body shots from Rees, who's promoted by Eddie Hearn, so that's an easy fight to make if Rees comes through this.
Well, I think that's what they'll be looking for whoever wins this. Potential fight with Ricky Burns. Both of them, obviously, that's a great prize, isn't it, to be fighting for? Shot at the world title.
Good to have Ricky back in our studio in London. Interested to hear his thoughts as we progress. Nice combination from Gavin Rees. A lot of people say, like Derry Matthews, who fought him and did his very best in an entertaining fight. You know, they say he's so awkward, Rees, to read.
He was hard to pin down, wasn't he? You know, very small, moved his head and body an awful lot. But is that slowing down a little bit now? He was caught with a good left hook and jab from Crolla, and then a nice body shot. And he's catching the punch as well, Crolla. This is a good little spell for him.
Decent work from Anthony Crolla, who settled well, just like he did in that rematch against Derry Matthews. And he felt he was unfortunate just to get a share of the verdict to draw. But he had to suck it up at times against Matthews, and he's surely going to have to suck it up here against Rees. Good right hand and combinations. There's a bit of speed. Glenn hasn't lost that.
No, that was good, getting confidence. Now Rees